Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today, I got 2 letters that came to me. They're very short, so I figured I'd do 2 in 1 today. But they're rather telling of how people think, and I hate to say this, but you know, the internet is a vast resource. It is an extremely useful tool to those who want to use it. Now, I've learned all sorts of things, from computers to photography to journalism to literature to all music, all sorts of things from the internet. I travel, of course. I may not have been able to do some of the things that I've done if it were not for the internet. However, it seems like some people, they would rather just write somebody and go, hey, so how do I do this? You know, whatever. So let me just read the message that I got. I got this one message from a guy. His name is Christian, and he's in Australia. And he wrote me, hey, my name is Christian. I'm from Australia. I've been interested in your YouTube videos a lot. It keeps me busy in my free time. I've been interested with your videos that you do on YouTube as an American in Bangkok. It inspires me in many ways. I like your character, blah, 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 blah. I'm a big fan of your YouTube channel. I will tell you a bit about me. I'm in my mid-20s. I have a passion for traveling, learning different cultures, anything to do with coffee. I have studied travel and applied languages. I have a qualification in Certificate 2 in Mandarin language. With my travel passion, I thought I would use my passion into making videos about lovely places or great scenery. I'm emailing you because I have some creative thought about wanting to create my own YouTube channel. I would rather work for myself and do something creative and make my own videos to earn money. The question I want to ask you, to earn money on YouTube for having a video channel, is it difficult or is it easy? Or is it as easy as just getting people to like videos being produced? I want to send you an email because I admire your opinions and thoughts, and I thought it would be good to get feedback from you. Finding work in Australia, where I am, is difficult, so I've decided to make a change in my future and create my own work with with my idea I've briefly explained. I'm happy to take your thoughts by email. If we can communicate, it would be greatly appreciated. Well, you know, I already communicated via email, and now I want to communicate via the YouTube channel. I've watched many of your American in Bangkok videos. After watching many videos, I wanted to get your feedback. All right, well, this has been said numerous times to me already. Basically, I made it very simple. Don't quit your day job. Simple as that. If you got a job, continue to work while you're doing your videos. Build up your viewers, the number of subscribers you have. Learn what to do, what not to do, and take your time, because it's not going to happen overnight. In most cases, you're not just going to slap a couple videos up, they're going to go viral, and you're going to make, you know, $50,000. That's not what's going to happen. So, to me, I would say this. It's a grind like anything else. Most of the time, you don't just become an actor by auditioning for one part, and the next thing you know, you're a superstar. That happens to very few people. Generally, what you do is you pay your dues, you put in your time, you put in the effort, and after 10,000 hours or 1,000 hours or whatever it is, you learn enough to where you're doing okay. And then maybe once in a while you'll have a good video, or you'll have something good happen to you, and you'll make a chunk of money. But there are no guarantees. So like I said, I wouldn't quit your day job, you know. The thing is that I have multiple incomes. I have my wife's, I have photography, I have writing once in a while, and you know, there are different ways to make money. So you don't always want to rely on one revenue stream. I think that that's important when you're in Thailand, that you have several revenue streams so that if you have a problem with one, you're not stuck on, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I think that you'd be best served, and anyone else just starting out, take your time, learn what to do. Don't expect to make it overnight. Don't expect to make it in a year, even 2 years sometimes. There are guys out there, they do it for fun. And the thing is that I think it's very difficult to make a living from doing business online. That's how I'll put it. I think that a few people can do it if they really push themselves and they have the smarts and they find a niche, and the stars have to line up. In other words, it's not easy, and sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved. Sometimes it's a lot of hard work, but that's what I think. So take my advice or leave it. It's up to you. Okay, so the second question comes from a guy named Ryan, and he writes to me and says, thanks a lot for the great videos. I've been looking at resorts in Asia. What are your thoughts about that? Do you see it as a good opportunity to make a little money or as a waste of time? I know a guy who had one in the Philippines for about 10 years and it did very well. Listen, if you're going to write me in with questions, please understand, if you ask me these broad questions, like how long is a piece of string, what am I supposed to tell you? I got a message yesterday that said, how much does health insurance cost? How the fuck do I know? I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to be a dick, but when you think about it, that's a pretty stupid question. I mean, it depends on your age, it depends on your health, it depends on what insurance you're getting, what the brand, the name of your insurance company. It depends on what plan you're under. Is it inpatient, outpatient? Do you have cancer care? Do you have early death benefits? There's all kinds of variables. So how in the fuck am I supposed to answer a question like that? Now, so with this guy, he asked me about this resort, and I said, so you want to buy a resort to make a little money? And he wrote back to me and said, hi Scott, yes, just something small. I'm more familiar with the Philippines because I think he's a Filipino, but I'm wondering if there are some good opportunities to do this in Thailand. Now, I wrote back to him, I don't think it's worth the effort. Here in Thailand, there are always political problems, high season, low season, and tourists are a fickle lot. There's a ton of work. You got to market yourself well, and in the end, you're working your ass off for what I think will, for most people, amount to very little money, which is why a lot of places close up or they're struggling. The commitment is you really need to have a strong work ethic, and just to say, I just want to open a little place and just kind of make a little bit of money, that kind of says, we'll see what happens and hopefully I can make some cash. Well, the bottom line is this, the Thai market is really saturated. I mean, this is a tourist country. This is a place where I think it's the #1 tourist destination or #2 tourist destination in the world. Sometimes I wonder why, but sometimes I don't. However, to just kind of like willy-nilly go about opening up some kind of resort, I think is foolish. I think it takes a lot of research. I think you need to know what you're doing. And I thought to myself a long time ago, I thought, wow, I wonder if I could open a bed and breakfast where people could study Muay Thai or something like that. Well, people do that all over the place. There's all kinds of places like that here. So what's going to set you apart? I mean, it could be the trainer, it could be the facilities, but I mean, like Fairtex has a great facility. I mean, there's all kinds of places here. So why do you want to jump into a market that's already when you only have a little bit of money? Especially, why do you want to jump into a market and put whatever money it is you have at risk, where you're gonna have to bust your ass, and the chances of you making a good go of it are fairly slim. I mean, maybe you could struggle and get by for 10 or 15 years. But I think the people who really make it and the companies that make it here are the ones who have the money to spend, to put into things, especially into marketing and into making their facility top notch. I think that you're either going to go the lowest way you can, which is, bed and breakfast, guest house, 300 baht a night kind of thing, or you're going to go high end. And if it's a resort, it's probably going to be high end. So that's all I got. Hope that answers your questions. But until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di la Choten.